Good morning, good evening, or good night. I'm your host, Simon Redhand, and today, Red plays Banishers Ghost of New Eden. Released this week, this game had no marketing at all. I just opened up my Steam page and I noticed that it was for sale and available on the front page. I don't understand why they didn't advertise it. Maybe they thought that whatever they showed last year at whatever festival was enough for people to get hooked onto the game, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't expect it. I jumped onto the Steam page, looked at a few gameplay clips, and it actually looked very interesting to me. So I decided I'm going to give the game an hour or so, play the opening segment, and if I like what I've played so far, I might do a series and complete the entirety of this game. Before I start, let's read the description of the game. Hunt ghosts as two memorable characters in a story-driven action RPG where your decisions carry dramatic consequences. Torn between honoring the oath to the living and saving your departed partner, how far will you go for love? Now that description sounds a little corny, I know, but trust me, the gameplay videos look really interesting. We're gonna jump right in here and see what this is about. Now I'm just gonna jump past me going through the settings and choosing my options and all that stuff. Most likely gonna jump right into very hard difficulty, just reading over what these other things are offering, but usually when I play games, if it gives me the choice, I go for the hardest difficulty. Let's see what the opening cutscene looks like.
Madam, sir, the ship lies at anchor off New Eden. A tender stands at your disposal.
I dreamed of clouds. Great long fluffy bastards. Low over the sea.
I dreamed of the abyss, in the darkest reaches of the deepest ocean.
A good day to you, my love.
And a good day to you too.
Are we in New England?
Welcome to America.
Something's bothering you.
Charles's letter.
What of it?
The ghost must be uncommonly dangerous, or he would banish it himself.
And we shall charge him double.
I'm serious. If the Reverend needs help, this can be no easy business. Red, you best be ready.
I'll be careful, Master Duarte. Your apprentice stands ready to serve. Come on, Atea, we need to go. I need to be.
Rory McWraith, gallant to the last.
Life to the living, death to the dead.
Consider our lovers, Antea and Red, the greatest banishers I ever knew. Life to the living, we say, and death to the dead. It is not so simple. Since the dawn of humanity, the dead have lingered. Dead as alive, we are complex and emotional beings. Many and tangled are the ties that bind. Since the beginning of memory, banishers have fought to sever those ties. Death is but a trifle. It comes to us all. To haunt or be haunted. There lies the true horror. I, Charles Davenport, should know it. The haunting of New Eden scared me to death. I dearly wish I had not begged my friends to come and lift the curse.
I like that. I like the presentation of those two cutscenes.
If this
Gives
is
me
June,
high
I'd
hope
hate to
for
see
what's coming.
January. I'd want to freeze my backside off in the summertime. I'd have stayed in Scotland.
London wasn't much better.
Look at it. It's cold as a bishop's arse. And twice as white. I don't mind saying it, I'm very disappointed.
Charles wasn't lying. New Eden is cold as death. You may well be disappointed.
You'd better be at the tavern. With a hot grog. Or two.
Don't like that. I'm not sure what's going on there. I went through these settings, turned on DLSS, turned everything on as I usually do. I've got a 4090. I'm not sure why it's giving me the stutter. Hopefully I can figure that out. Maybe it's just the loading.
Of long, boring sea voyages to grim faraway lands.
I can't remember the last time we did something else than work.
After this, we should set sail somewhere warm and safe. The dead don't linger.
No such place. But it's not a bad idea.
I'm really liking the Scottish accent this guy has. I can't really think of too many games where the main character has a Scottish accent. I think the only other character I can think of is Luna from Dota.
I mentioned how grim this place is.
I heard you the first time, but I don't disagree.
Oh, it's a nice view too. Game looks really well done. I can't believe there has been no advertising for this game. I'm not sure why they didn't advertise this thing. I mean, it looks like a well done game, a very polished game so far. We'll see as we get in. I mean, we haven't done much. I've just been walking around the beach, but so far I'm liking what I see. I mean, this is the obligatory jump over the log tutorial, right? A little bit of parkour action. Let you know that this game has some obstacle courses coming up, some random walls you gotta climb, some trees you gotta mantle. All right, let's see what else is going on.
I think we can get through here.
Sure. Let's go traipsing through the rotten, falling down house.
Looks steady enough.
Yeah, right. Shit's gonna fall right down the hill. There's that lie again. Hey, going down.
Watch out!
Oh, guess not.
Oh, just me, or are we not welcome here?
Keep going. I'll find a way to meet up with you. Overeager apprentices.
All right, so where am I going? I kind of feel like I can break a lot of this stuff.
I can break my way through here.
Okay, here we go. I'm guessing the idea is the things with these white and yellow patches on them, and the anything with a little bit of yellow on it is supposed to be telling me that, hey, you can take a sword to this and smash it up. I hope this game's got a lot of exploration going for it. Games these days have been getting kind of oh, some combat. Let's see.
Petty fiend.
It doesn't feel too bad. It feels pretty smooth. I like the combination of the cutlass and the torch. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty unique. The only time you ever see this kind of combo together is when you're playing like early survival games, right?
Just a sneaky wanderer. You?
See, I managed. Are these spectres watching the road?
Maybe. But are they keeping people outside town? Or are they keeping them in?
Oh, a letter. Let's see. A letter, old and damp. Dear cousin, this farce that is New Eden Town has gone on long enough. You tried. You tried all you could to make it work, to build something there, but if the words you send me are true, then by God, take your wife and your precious children, pack your belongings, and leave that ungodly place. Come to Providence and live with us. There's farm work here, and Simone and I will gladly take you until you find a place of your own. Please, I'm begging you. Come to us. We are family, and the children will be safe here. John James. Seems like nothing is going well over here in New Eden Town. So we're gonna continue on. This whole section here, I'm pretty sure is gonna be a long tutorial. It's gonna be basically an invisible tunnel. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do too much on my own. Just get a few bits and pieces of the combat system as they slowly open up the game to me. Okay, so we're gonna. So far, the combat I like. I'm hoping there's a skill tree that kind of fans it out, expands further. I'm noticing I'm collecting a bunch of stuff here, so there might be like a early crafting system, maybe. Feels like there's some invisible walls here, though. I don't like that. I'm looking over there, and I feel like I can walk in that direction, but there's an invisible wall there, clearly. Kind of wish they just kept it as like a long gate. That way you don't really get the feeling or the want to kind of walk off in that direction.
Behind you!
As easy as falling off a box. Can't tell how long these people are dead.
The original settlers, perhaps.
Whoever, this doesn't bode well.
Punishment, eh? Alright, kind of like an execute, looks like. I don't like that it kind of puts in that cinematic view. Because I play on ultra wide, when it does that, you see the way the sides are coming in. So it's very obvious that it was made for just the 16:9 ratio there. A lot of games have been doing that. I've been using ultra wide monitor for the last 5-6 years now, and it's crazy how many games are not. So let's read this one. A note, damp and bloody. Perhaps these words will be lost in time, but I must write them. The date I cannot say. I know it's the month of June in the year 1695. I thought we would be safer in Providence. I thought we would finally see the children again, and the golden wheat fields would ring with their laughter. Their mother now lies dead. I shall join her soon. Something insidious walks the roads. Terrible spirits took us. New Eden is cursed. You who read this now, I tell you, run. So it sounds like something awful has shaped up here in New Eden.
People left New Eden Town just a few days ago. What exactly is going on here?
Yeah, we're gonna go find out. I'm getting a lot of frame inconsistencies, so I've been jumping in and out of the options, trying to tweak the settings. Like I said before, I got DLSS on. Usually turning that on along with frame generation is more than enough to kind of smooth out any graphical errors or stuff like that, but for some reason this game it's just not working. Keep getting little stutters here and there, keep getting a little bit of freezing here and there. So I'm trying to work it out. I'm noticing the numbers beside their names. It looks like their levels. This one's an alpha, so maybe it's like a lieutenant style or a little maybe mini boss. Well, it doesn't seem like a mini boss. Probably like a lieutenant. I wonder how much the level actually matters when it comes to combat. Guy's almost gonna kill me. All right. The decanters. All right. So just above my health bar there is 2 out of 3. So it seems like it has a health system that's kind of similar to what you kind of find in Dark Souls. But maybe as I'm going through the game, I might get potions back just from killing stuff, or maybe like a bonfire.
Situation's worse than you thought.
Let's wait to hear what Charles has to say.
Empty docks in a growing settlement. Never a good sign. Are the town selectmen sitting on their arses?
Isn't that what selectmen do?
Who the hell bums their own crops?
They were leaving because of disease and starvation. They thought it was doomsday. I saw the same thing happen at home.
I really like the banter between the two characters. I'm not a fan of, like, I feel like it's a sign of quality when you get good voice actors and you invest in them and you make sure that they're able to bring your characters to life. It really helps immerse you into the gameplay and the story. And so far, from what I've heard, I like the accents. I like these two characters so far. Hopefully the entire game is voiced and you don't get like the silent NPCs in town and stuff like that, but I'm assuming the whole thing is voiced. The quality right now and the voice acting is very high.
Not the busiest stables I've ever seen. No ostler and no horses.
They bummed their crops and ran out of food, and they probably ate the horses.
I really like to explore every nook and cranny. I like to try to like get all the achievements completed in one on the first playthrough if it's possible. So you'll notice while I'm playing here that I keep doubling back and searching all the corners, and I might loop maybe 2-3 times on a section where I probably should have already left already, just because I don't want to have to come back in a second playthrough.
Let's find the inn. Let's find Charles. It'll be good to see Charles and Esther again.
Would you a lecture on the sanctity of marriage?
I wonder how much those choices matter in the long run. Like, will they
Word for
affect
a
the character's affinity towards each other if you choose enough of like, will they affect the character's affinity towards one another if you pick things they don't like to hear? That could be interesting.
Good day, sir.
You'll be Haskell's Banishers, I take it.
Antea Duarte. This is Red McWraith.
Hugh Bachelor. The governor had me prepare the schoolhouse for your comfort. It has fallen out of use. Will that be all?
Where are the children?
Several died of fever. We could see disaster coming. We thought we'd have to bury them all. We sent the children to safety. We sent them away.
That can't have been easy. It can't be easy now.
No. No, it is not.
We're expected at the tavern. Where might we find it?
The King's Arm. You can't miss it, for the lamps are lit. The school is now a bunkhouse, and the meeting house cold and dark. But the tavern shines yet.
Well then, let us be thankful for small mercies. Farewell, Mr. Bachelor, and you may wish us luck.
Good luck, then, to the both of you.
That guy's voice acting is also really well done. I really like it. Look at this lady ducking into her house. You can tell she's clearly terrified of whatever's going on here. This game so far is doing a really good job of setting the ambience and the tone here. You're in this city, something's going on. You can clearly tell they're not sure. Probably ghosts, definitely ghosts, and you're gonna have to come solve it, but they're all freaked out. Everyone's either in their homes, the homes are all boarded out but desecrated. Just walking around, you can tell that, yeah, something is definitely off with this city.
A curfew? But why?
The first resort of every self-respecting oppressor.
Get out of my way.
You're not really friendly. No, well, I don't want to get out of your way. Now what? Now what? What the hell? Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, shit. What? Okay. I had to dodge you out of there. Okay, that was the first bit of jank I've experienced in this game. Let's continue on.
Great.
Sets the tone. Charlie, we're here. Your prayers are answered. Pour us a drink.
Finally.
Banisher, please come in. As it is called, your serving woman may sit while we talk.
I'm the help. She's the boss. You're not Charles.
My name is Antea Duarte. This is my partner, Red McWraith. Good day to you, sirs, madam. Now, where's Charles?
Minister Davenport said help was on its way. I assume...
Keep digging, Fairfax. Good day. Pennington, captain of the train band. This here is Thick-Skinned Newsmith. We're the selectmen.
What's left of us? Why is Charles not here?
We're sorry for your loss. We'll do what we can for his widow.
The Reverend is dead. When? How?
A terrible tragedy. Though our faith sustains us, we are still very much in shock.
Our shock at Reverend Davenport's killing is so great that we must sit here in comfort, losing precious time.
As governor of the colony of New Eden, it is my responsibility.
Look at us, sat here waiting to meet the same fate. We could all be miles away by now. You lot do what you want. I intend living.
The esteemed select woman can be brusque. Forgive her. And rest assured that her aptitudes far outweigh her manners. Or lack thereof.
Her point still stands, Fairfax. Sitting here, doing nothing, we are as lambs to the slaughter.
The Banishers are here. Surely with their expertise we may yet prevail.
Then I shall leave you and your expertise in ghosts and devils to find out. My expertise in blood and battle is of little use. Mistress Duarte, if I can be of service, yous may visit me at home. On the other side of the street, as it were.
Well, Governor, shall you leave or shall you stay?
For myself, I'll stay. Our company has suffered terribly. But we are worth saving. And now that you are here, save it we shall. Please, accept my sincerest condolences for the loss of your friend. We feel the loss of our minister so very keenly. Charles Davenport was a man of great knowledge and devotion. The pride, indeed, of New Eden. It discommodes me greatly to remember how we found his body in the cemetery. Indeed, it distresses me yet further to tell you that we do not know what so tragically cost him his life.
What do you think happened?
I could guess, to little use. It is evident, however, that Charles's unexpected death is linked to his investigation of the curse. In the minister's absence, I try, in all humility, to protect us all, body and soul, from our ongoing peril. You see, in my youth, I too was something of a demonologist. Rather a good one, if I say so myself.
We're not demonologists, and neither was Charles. Is his widow Esther taking visitors?
The widow Davenport is at home, and does not much venture out. Their house overlooks the dock. I offered Charles a home with a view across a pretty meadow, but he refused. He preferred the village life. Speak to her, if she'll see you. But she knows no more than we do about how her husband died.
What can you tell me about the curse?
I can tell you that it has been our misery for many long months now. And I can tell you that it worsens by the increment. First, there was pestilence and disease. Then came the nightmares. Then came madness. In the end came death. And death remains. But in all honesty, I think the weather is the worst part. This never-ending winter hangs heavy on us all. Worse yet, it traps us here.
What did Charles know about it? What had he learned?
Tragically, I had not yet had the opportunity to discuss this investigation, and his passing now excludes the possibility. Our late friend Charles faced a Herculean task and acquitted himself with honor. You will have to do far better than that, I'm afraid.
Our contract stands.
If you'll have it, yes, our contract stands for Charles.
All right. For Charles. Why is town so empty?
Of those who did not die, we are the few who stayed. Though our motivations may differ, all who remain have shown extraordinary faith and courage in the face of our adversity.
Those who left, where did they go?
Boston, outlying settlements. Anywhere, everywhere. Although, as you may have heard, the weather has likely closed the roads. Some believe the path through the dark woods offers salvation. I do not. I believe we must stand our ground.
Will they return when the curse is lifted?
I fervently hope so. They have homes here. But we sent the children away some time ago, and many could not live with their absence. If we do not resolve this situation quickly, the community of New Eden shall be broken, perhaps forever.
You're a demonologist, you say?
I am that, like my father was before me. Faith and science are our twin compasses, you see, to a deeper understanding of the secrets of God's green and pleasant land, and those who threaten it.
And what have your compasses told you about the curse?
They have told me that Reverend Davenport was better placed than I to solve our problem, which is why you're here. We agreed it. I shall stand for the company, I said, as the moral authority, the anchor, and the rock, as Charles and his Banishers lift the curse.
Perhaps we may come to you for advice.
Please do, madam, for I would be only too glad to give it.
Thank you. We have what we need.
Then I wish you success. By my instruction, a room is prepared for you in the old schoolhouse. I'll be here if you need me.
In owner's notice, I hereby close the King's Arm Tavern, leaving the key to the selectmen. There should be no ale sold nor drunk until the curse is lifted and I return. The storerooms are locked and so are the bedrooms. Well, I guess that's why all the doors are locked upstairs. Now it makes sense. Let's go speak to the captain. That guy seemed interesting.
Those accursed sea storms. If only we'd been here earlier.
No. But as Charles would say, another day, another soul to save.
These people have no idea what they're up against.
So, you're done listening to Fairfax's prattling. That man turns a pretty phrase, and does so to the exclusion of all else.
Tell me, Captain, what does your rank signify? Militia?
I maintain the train band. I also anticipate threat. Natives, brigands, the French and other monsters. The curse, though, that's a whole different kettle of shite. Not even poor Davenport saw that one coming.
Any thoughts on the origins of the curse?
None useful. I'm a military man. I'm no dark artist.
I'll take that as a gentle jab. You don't believe in my work.
I can tell you're a woman of talent and capability. I respect that. The rest of it, that's your remit, not mine. Me? I'm the old guard. You and your Scots greenhorn, you're the hope. You'd best prevail.
We'll be back.
I'll be here, unless I'm not.
We should go to Esther.
I think the governor said their house stood above the docks.
Antea, Red. Come in. I've barely slept for fear you would not come. I'm at a loss. Would God even allow me to drag you into these dark times?
Esther, you're not alone now. We're here.
I'm so sorry we didn't get here on time. Truly.
I know. Charles kept saying it. Have faith. They will come. If only he had kept his faith himself.
What happened to him?
Poor Charles. Just one more victim of the curse of New Eden. You know how he is. Was. Restless. Impatient. It's not that he gave up on you, his friends, but that he could wait no more. I believe he tried to lift the curse. I too have questions, but I have no answers. Nor do I now have a husband.
How were things, before all this?
Before the curse? It was a busy and exciting time. Charles immersed himself in the community here. He had a hand in everything. The people came to rely on him. I'm sure they look to someone else now, but I can't imagine it's the same.
What can you tell me about the esteemed Governor Haskell?
Fairfax Haskell is well-read and educated, but at times his back can be too stiff. He shares Charles's interest in the unknown, but his passion seems less than practical. He's an academic.
Still, good to know our patron has some understanding of our work. We met the captain too, along with the huntress, Thickskin. Do you know them?
I find Thickskin Newsmith's manner a little frightening, but I think she has a good heart. A fine hunter by all accounts. Captain Pennington comes with a reputation for soldiering. He comports himself with a wry dignity, but I suspect that beneath it all, he's just sad. Charles thought so too. There are wounds beneath Saul Pennington's armor, he said, that time and God have not yet healed.
Is there anything we should know about?
Lord, deliver me, for I cannot endure this. I cannot endure it, and Charles does not deserve it.
Anything at all, Esther. Please.
I have felt Charles present about the house. His ghost lingers. He needs help.
If he's here, I promise I will know no rest until he has his.
You can count on us.
We'll start with the house.
Charles's papers are gathered in his office. Take what you need.
Thank you, Esther.
We'll take a look around, if that's all right.
May I be of any help?
You stay put. We'll find the way.
What is that referring to?
I'm sorry to
She had like
once more.
something to press there that I seen just before I closed the window. There it is. Inhabited portrait. So this is, I'm guessing this is how the investigation window looks like when you're going through these cases, these hauntings. So right now we're looking for Esther's husband, Charles. He was lost. He's the guy who brought us to the island. So what the map looks like. The world map looks like it might be pretty big. When we have the tutorial, I want to see more of that.
We'll keep looking around, if that's all right.
I'll be here if you need me.
There's a lot of little lore and stuff hanging around here. This is just about world building right now. Another note. A bundle of letters from Charles. My beloved Esther, how I long to hold you in my arms. The announcement of our marriage was to my heart as a delivery on the pallet. A sweet... Jesus, this is hard as hell to read. And together forever and ever. Until the day many years from now when we are old and at last death separates us. For only death can extinguish the love between us, and I am sure that not even death can undo the tenderness I feel for you. I want everything to be perfect for our marriage, and I will make it so. I will write to you every day until that blessed moment when I could finally shed the weight of letters, and I can tell you in person every day how I feel about you. Man, Charles is really into Esther. It's a far cry from what you gotta do today. Can you imagine you have to write letters like this to your girl today? Instead of just, a text on IG saying, "What up, though?" Or a text just saying, "Oh, what that thing do, girl?" Okay. More love letters from Charles. My sweet Esther, I can tell you how much I long to get you home. This work in the mystical Scottish Highlands is exciting. I can't argue with that, but I miss the sweetness of our home. However, I know that the few months I have left away from your loving arms will be the great benefit to me. Through this experience, I will increase my knowledge, and all this I do to protect you from those dark worlds that swirl around us. It is your love and trust that pushes me into these mysterious trenches, that pushes me to do my best. It is for you that I do this. For when I could see the pride in your eyes, that I know what role I play on this earth. I know that I can be stronger. I know that I can do anything. As long as you look at me with that spark that is only yours. I'm thinking of you. Your love forever, Charles. Just saying, Charles. You should have tried. Hey, pretty lady. Let me come holler at you for a minute. Come on, what are you saying? Come over here, baby. Come talk to me. I got you. Christ, Charles got so much time on his hand. He's just out here belting out letters. My sweet Esther, I was down and yet you were there to support me. You are an angel from the heavens to help me in my dark mission. You are the light that guides me through the darkness of the invisible. And yet, I feel so sorry for bringing you to this tortured land. You know well that things are not as they should be in New Eden, and I am sorry to have you by my side, for I fear for your life. I wish we could have found the quiet corner of this land, there to raise our children, but I fear a curse. I think we should leave, or perhaps you should go ahead while I defend our home. Think about it, for I cannot bear the thought of darkness taking you away from me. Looks like your instincts were right, Charles. You probably should have packed your things and got the hell up out of here.
How pleasant to see these old familiar things from your house in London. That porcelain saw many a dinner-turned-lecture with Charles.
I miss him so.
So do we, Esther. Charles is still here and Esther is completely distraught.
She lost him, and now he's back, a ghastly figure. It must be unbearable. Faith always was his beacon in the darkness.
In people as much as in God. He's a good man.
Even more notes. Let's see. Scribbled Bible verses. Job 7, 13, 15. When I say my bed shall comfort me, my couch shall ease my complaints. Then thou scarest me with dreams and terrifies me through visions, so that my soul chooses strangulation and death rather than my life. She comes for me in dreams. I assume this note is telling us that's how
Charles's note
you're haunted is in their dreams.
7, verses 13 to 15.
I'll look for that reference.
Red, you dropped something.
What do all these dreams have in common? Are they the promise of a doomsday or a nightmare coming? Visions? Foreshadowing? Is someone behind this? Who is the real target and what caused the anger to burst forth? I need to know how it gets into our heads. Sleep no longer offers rest, and this cannot perdure. There are way too many lore notes in here.
These notes are erratic ramblings. Charles was worried about the curse plaguing the settlers' dreams.
How malicious is this curse, tormenting people in their beds?
So we got a note for Charles on his portrait. I would much rather some of this be voiced, maybe even flashbacks. You know, some games do the spirit spectral style flashbacks, something like that. But like trying to convey all this backstory with notes after note after note is kind of crazy. And look at this one. This is even longer than the last one. Let's see. Where do the nightmares come from? I remember the teachings of my master. May God bless their souls. Against the threatening unknown. When the common knowledge is not enough to understand the situation, the sagacious and the pious man will wisely turn to the very roots of his art, the word, their meaning, and the power hidden in each of them. Nightmare has nothing to do with a nocturnal female horse. As in the French cockamere or the German Nachtmare, mare comes from the 12th century Middle Dutch and it means ghost or demon. A nightmare is not a puny fiend sneaking into the bedrooms to suffocate the dreamer, but one of the rarest and most powerful spirits defined by its only purpose, to spread its insidious and unforgiving wrath upon any living soul it may reach. According to my research, no occultist ever successfully banished a nightmare. But why? Could a nightmare be more than a ghost? I'm afraid so. I remember a disturbing poem I read in London in my younger years about the terrifying abilities of such entities, supposedly able to penetrate the dreams of its targets, to influence their thoughts and perceptions and make them endure the worst fear, able to bend the distance or alter time, creating tantalizing and personalized nightmares its victims can't hope to escape from. Such a petrifying concept. I pray God with all my heart and soul that this is not what has risen upon us. How would we then escape despair, death, and doom? I need more information, but where to find them? Jeez, Charles. Listen, I may have mispronounced those two German words, but I did pretty good on that, I think. Charles's silver brooch.
Charles always wore this brooch.
His things are untouched. Nothing's moved.
Could you imagine going to the doctor and he's like, rub wintergreen between your palms and behind your ears 3 times a day to help with your restlessness. Jeez. I feel like placebo effect was the only treatment back then.
Remember how they used to argue about books we hadn't read? Like we weren't there?
You actually listened. I'd always let my mind wander.
Of course, one more note. An unsent letter to Esther's sister. My dearest sister, Charles is dead. I cannot tell right from left. I cannot tell which day it is or how long ago my Charles departed. Our world has come undone. Nothing happened as it was supposed to. I could not attend the burial. The shame of it. How I have failed my dear husband. I could not find the strength to leave the house and to walk the place where Charles died, there to see him buried. Lord, have mercy on us and guide our friends to us before it is too late. New Eden will not last much longer without my beloved husband to protect it. I do not have any words left in me. But I thought that you, who loved him so, should know of his passing. All right, well, that's where his body is, right? Let's go.
Attend Charles's
They buried him where he died, apparently. So let's go find him there. I guess that's the point of this letter. Just tell us to go back over there and find him.
Farewell to Charles.
I could have made him manifest.
Now that we know why he might be back, we should go investigate the cemetery where he was found.
So because she didn't go to his funeral, now her sorrow of not doing that is what brought him back from the dead. That's her reason for him being there, and then he's got his own reasons for being there. And I guess that's the point of this segment here. I just feel like there could have been a better way of presenting this, because reading that many pieces of paper, it gets boring. It's overwhelming. Like, I cut so much of that out because there's like 30 pieces of lore on this table here, and it's all just you reading books, basically.
With all that's happened, how are you bearing up?
This all feels so unreal. Just one more nightmare from which I cannot wake.
It seems so now, but that will change. I promise.
Was there something I should have done differently? Did I fail him? Did I fail Charles?
None of this is your fault.
I do not want to believe he is gone. He cannot be gone. I do not permit him to be gone.
You're in pain, and that might have brought him back. Maybe he lingers because you suffer.
We'll do what we can to ease your pain. And we'll do what we can for Charles.
Has the curse brought with it nightmares?
Yes. I've had nightmares. I suspect we all have. Charles warned that something was stalking our dreams, that it had a use for us, that we needed to fight it with all God's might. But now Charles is gone, and my nightmares have changed. In my sleep, I see my husband falling, screaming into the abyss. All hear him, none respond. He plummets on into the bottomless pit. Poor Charles.
We must make our way to the cemetery.
Please be careful, dear Antea. What will you do for my Charles?
I imagine I'm going to put him to rest. That's what you brought me here for, right? As a Winchester? Whoops, wrong universe.
Present, we'll find him. Then we'll ask him what he wants us to do.
Must I see him too?
First, let's find out what happened. After that, we'll see.
Best get started. Time may be against us.
You be all right?
I doubt it, but I'll do my work all the same. We came here to help Charles, and help Charles we shall. Ask around. See what people will tell you. I'll go to the cemetery and do the same. Be careful.
Aye.
Let's hope that's the last from the lore pieces for now. It's time for some combat. We've been stuck in this house now for like 20 goddamn minutes going through all these books and stuff to progress this quest. No, don't get me wrong. The story so far is very interesting. I want to see where this goes, what they do with these nightmares, how they turn into the big bads. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a bunch of them in the game. I just don't like how they went about presenting this early section here. It's very boring to go through a house and then read a bunch of lore notes that are supposed to be conveying the quest objectives to you. They could have done it a better way. All right, let's continue ourselves on this path to the cemetery.
Close to town.
Look at that. I feel like I should be following that.
Where are you leading me?
To death, I imagine. This one looks new. What can you do? Well, he's a bit faster than the other one.
More of you? Well, you tried. Maybe last like this.
Jesus. Crazy ass stun. Look, I've never been good at the perfect parrying and all that crap. Oh my god, stuck behind these tombstones. So I usually stick to dodging because I pretty much suck at timing perfect parries. And you will recognize this as you watch me play this game.
Most of these people died fighting. Someone didn't want them here. Many dead in more recent years.
Well, hello, Charles.
Why didn't
Finally
you
found
for
you.
us, old friend? I swear I'll make it up to you.
So, you would not believe the effort it took to get past this section here. The game kept crashing the desktop immediately. I could not load this circle at all. The moment I touched it, it would crash. I had to go into the options and turn off DLSS. I had to turn off frame generation and turn on TAA. And that was the only way I could actually get to this point where I could actually activate this ritual circle and do this segment of the game.
What I picked up earlier should suffice. In each stain hides a story.
In the name of the Lord, I command you. Be gone from this place!
You do not command me, clergyman.
Who are you, ghost? Unveil yourself!
Well, since you ask so politely.
Who are you?
I am everything you've ever feared.
Be gone! You have no shell, no ties, no purpose.
No, but neither do you.
Damn it. That thing he faced. What was it?
Look, I'm pretty sure nobody knows this about me, so I'm gonna put it out there. I'm a big Supernatural fan. And I was just making a joke earlier when I said that we're gonna go out there hunting ghosts of the Winchesters. But here's a fun fact. For those of you who actually watched the pilot of the Supernatural show, which came out like 15 years ago, the first ghost they fought is a woman in white. which it seems like is the first ghost we're about to fight. So I'm just glad the Winchesters are getting the respect they deserve. Charles' Bible here is basically, it's the same quote we read in the book, I mean, in his office, Job 7:13, talking about the nightmares again. About to read this twice. So we've got everything we need. I'm guessing we put Charles to rest now, because we got his book that's been tying him. So we go back to his grave? Yeah, we would go back to his grave. Okay.
That binds his ghost. With it, I can make him manifest. Back to his grave, then.
What's going on? These things are like pulling me to them. What the hell? Oh, they're doing crazy damage. Holy crap. All right, let's try that one more time. These guys are fairly weak, but the damage they do is crazy, and they got that vacuum effect that kind of sucks you in if you don't take care of them quickly. Those guys are gonna be a pain in the ass when you start fighting in a large group.
Everyone buried here died in 1677. A previous epidemic?
I feel like that that might be important knowledge for later. Where am I going? Oh yeah, his grave is this way. What am I doing?
Now is a good time for we old friends to talk. We've come too far, Red and I, not to see you one last time. Your pupil has become the master. If we fight, I'll beat you. Come on, Charles. Join me now. I know you're here. I know you're here. You know me, Ghost. I only wish to talk. Esther worries.
Until here, at last. Oh, poor Esther. I'm so sorry, my friend. So sorry for us all.
What happened? What's going on here?
Sad to say, dear friend, I made a mistake, and it cost me my life. Is Red with you? There is no time to waste.
I'd enjoy it for us, man.
Why did you not wait for our help?
The threat was rising, despair growing. There were so many dead and dead, so much sickened flesh, so many afflicted souls. There was no more time.
Do you know how this curse began?
What prompted it, I do not know. Nor do I know when. Many months ago, certainly. But I do know this. This nightmare chose New Eden for a reason.
So, a ghost.
This one is different. Implacable. Very clever. Many magnitudes more ferocious than a spectre, and just as relentless.
Before you died, you investigated the curse. What did you learn?
That our enemy is deceptive and merciless. That we should not underestimate its power.
We?
I am dead, dearest Antea. But I am a banisher yet. I may still teach you.
If I allow you, which I do not.
Antea, do not repeat my mistakes. If a nightmare curses New Eden, you need all the help you can get. Its presence felt strongest in the meeting house. Perhaps the light of God there forced it to fight its ground. I had the building closed. The worst of the malevolence is contained, but it won't stay locked up for long.
I thought nightmares were a myth.
A nightmare is the rarest of ghosts. A powerful, insidious spirit, birthed by tragedy most dreadful.
How do I banish it?
There is meager wisdom in the texts. What little there is says it cannot be banished at all.
If it's a ghost, I can't banish it. You took notes, I suppose? Where might I find them?
They vanished. In the days before my death. Perhaps I mislaid them. Which is not like me. If you find them, read them carefully. Perhaps I missed something. Something important.
We'll banish it, Red and I. Our good friend's death shall not go unpunished.
Be warned. This nightmare is too angry to be persuaded. And too powerful to be destroyed.
Your death pains us greatly. Your return pains me too.
I know. For my part, I'm glad to have seen you one last time. To have had the chance to warn you.
How did this nightmare kill you?
I believed that I could come to the cemetery and make it manifest. To my initial delight, it worked. I now suspect it came by choice. It seemed amused, as if it were a pleasant game to weigh my measure as a man.
How does its malevolence manifest?
It poisons minds and sickens bodies. It draws specters to it and sours the weather. It delivers nightmares to one's sleep. For a time, screams tore through the night as folk awoke in terror. When it appeared to me, I did not see its true face. But I heard a woman. She was love. I felt her gaze. My heart froze. I died. The spirit is vengeance pure. The ghost of one who was terribly wronged.
I've heard your warning. You can go.
No, I must remain. Esther needs my protection. My flock needs me too.
You know how this works. You know I won't allow that.
I am still myself, Antea. With time, I'll grow stronger. I can help you.
The longer you haunt Esther, the hungrier you'll be. You know this.
This is different. I'm the Reverend Charles Davenport, your friend and mentor. You know me. You know I am a good man.
I knew you. You were a good man. Now you are a ghost, and I cannot let that stand. But I swear it, the nightmare will end, and Red and I shall do the ending. Charles Davenport was a good man and a fine mentor.
And you a fine student, though you took a hard line. I never could unpick that from your character. Has life tempered you since?
Life has tempered my steel. Death and the manner of it has made you the very thing you once opposed. Goodbye, Charles. Peace on your soul. Remembrance on your...
Antea, wait.
Wait for what? We're banishers. Death to the dead.
Let Esther choose for herself.
Oh, Lord, please don't ask me to do that.
Esther, my good wife, and the very best. I miss you so.
Oh, dear Lord, Charles, why are you here? Why have you come back? You must leave, please.
I must stay. I must protect you. The thing in the meeting house feeds on our torment. I should have known better. I know better now.
Antea, give Charlie the ascent he deserves.
Charles Davenport, you have no reason to stay. Go. Let Esther grieve in peace.
Save her, my friends. And save yourselves. Save them all.
I'll walk Esther home.
I'll do it. The women can talk.
Then all the way to the schoolhouse and make the bed. Charles is at rest now. Antea, she gave him the care he needed.
My Charles, where do you think he is now?
He's... I don't know.
I miss the warmth of his hands, his calm presence in our house. If I close my eyes, I can picture him. He's in a place where sunlight chases the snow away. It is warm and there is fresh milk. The sheets are cleaned and pressed and folded. Nothing can ever be the matter.
You're right. He's at peace, and you deserve to rest.
So it's not letting me sprint. You just gotta kind of follow behind her at this locked pace. Which I guess is one way to address the, the mismatch in movement we usually have in games when you're forced to follow an NPCs. Usually they either run too fast or you move too slow. This is a little bit faster than normal walk, but it's, it's all right, I guess. It's not a bad pace.
I'm sorry. I'll miss him dearly. Tomorrow, we'll continue investigating the curse. Good night, Esther.
I am glad you are here. Both of you. We need you. Good night, my dear.
All right. So, time to head over to the schoolyard. This woman looks new. What's she got to say?
Good day to you, madam. Antea Duarte is my name. May I ask yours?
Duarte? Duarte, you came with the Banisher, did you not?
I am the Banisher.
Right. So you're the face of hope, are you? You're what my tithes are buying. Let me have a look at you. Oh, right. Well, I hope I'm wrong. Bathsheba Ingersoll, or I was last time I looked.
What can you tell me about the curse?
Did Haskell not lay it out? We freeze, and at the same time, we rot. Minister Davenport said he'd summoned the best banisher there is. Can you lift the curse?
In my experience, most curses are actually hauntings. And while ghosts are treacherous, they're not invincible.
Well, I'd like to tell you I find that a comfort, but I'm afraid I would be lying.
It may seem like an odd question, but may I ask if the curse has brought you bad dreams?
Every time I close my eyes, I'm in the store. Coins fall from the ceiling, only a few at first. When they hit the floor, they break. Like rotten teeth. Or finger bones, perhaps. The trickle becomes rain. A cascade smashing down to flood the store. I try to flee, but the flood rises too fast. I drown in shards of broken bone. There. Aren't you glad you asked?
What can you tell me about the town meeting house?
The minister closed it down. Said it was dangerous. Imagine. Worship is dangerous now.
Do you remember when and why?
The when is difficult to say. I admit I've lost track of time with the dullness of the days.
Tell me about your store.
Why? Would you like to buy some china? Some porcelana? A linen dress? That's about all we have left. You'll be shocked to learn that there is little demand for the finer things in life, and we have next to no supply of the staples. I should have gone when I had the chance. I suppose beneath it all, I'm an optimist. And that makes me a fool.
A very good day to you, madam.
You're optimistic too, then. Aren't we the fools?
Alright, let's continue on with this quest. Head to the schoolyard.
We did the right thing. Charles was our friend.
I love you, Red McCraith.
But
But when it comes to ghosts, your heart makes you reckless. It's dangerous.
were you really about to banish Charles?
That wasn't Charles. That was the ghost of Charles.
Charles Davenport. Our oldest friend, the man who brought us together.
Our friend is dead. His ghost was a danger to his wife. Ghosts only bring misery, Red. Make no mistake, they steal life's essence from the living.
Aye. They don't always do it out of malice. Give them that.
The dead have no business with the living.
Letting go is hard. Even for the dead. Ties bind fast.
And we are paid to cut the knot.
Would you banish me? If it came to it?
You'll not escape me so easy. You I would bring back from the dead.
That's not funny.
I'd fill you with fresh essence. I'd give you so much essence you'd return bloated with life.
Steal essence from the living to feed my ghost. You wouldn't, eh?
You're a scruffy-headed lout, Red McWraith, and I will never let you go. Over my dead body, mister.
Thought I was meant to be the soft-hearted one.
You are.
Do you think Charles was right? This thing in the meeting house could be how did he call it? A nightmare?
I really hope not. Such entities are legendary ghosts, even for banishers. We'll see tomorrow. Now to sleep. This was a dreadful day.
Poor Charles.
Poor Esther.
You can kind of see a bit of the differences between them. Red kind of cares about the dead more than he cares about the living. So we got influenced by the nightmare. We've woken up with Red, so I'm assuming we're changing characters now.
She says I'm the reckless.
We're kind of shifting away from the opening of the game. I mean, the tutorial of the game. We got him. His gear seems to be a bit downgraded compared to hers. So, but he is supposed to be the apprentice of the group, right? So let's go find her.
Where are you? You're hardly in the meeting house, are you?
Oh, so I just put together that the meeting house is actually the church. Didn't sound like an important building just by calling it the meeting house, but I guess that makes sense now.
Who's there? Antea?
Are we even awake right now? How come everything seems kind of like a dream right now?
Why would you go up there alone? I'm open. Antea? Don't suppose you spectres have seen Antea, have you? You're the boss and all, but you could have included me.
She didn't seem like the singing type, so I'm going to assume she's dead.
Three blind mice. See how they run. See how they...
Antea?
Blind. All blind. Oh, Red, can't you see? We never stood a chance.
Antea? You hurt? Where are you? I'm here, my love. What happened?
Yeah, she's dead. Look at her eyes. They're completely glassed over.
I'm here, my love. How mundane.
Show yourself.
God came to the man in a dream and said, "Behold, thou art dead." But the man had done nothing wrong and said,
Lord, wilt thou also slay the righteous?
Oh, she's ugly, ugly.
"Will you slay the righteous?"
You're not alarmed. I bring you aid.
There is no aid. There is only dereliction.
Where's Antea? What have you done with her? Hellsballs. Lady, if you hurt her...
You cling to love, a fool to the last. There is no love. There is only defilement.
All right, lady. I'm gonna put you down. Throw me through the goddamn pews and shit. Think I'm gonna let that slide? Let's fucking go.
Your lover will betray you too.
We want to help you.
Jesus, that damage is wild.
3 blind mice.
Alright. First round didn't count. Let's do this again.
See how they run. See how they...
You will suffer like I do.
We are not your enemy.
Alright. I admit, you might be as strong as you look. But in my defense, I'm an apprentice. Didn't Antea tell you that? Yeah, this is my first sword. I made this yesterday. Little by little, I'm telling you, this is my process. I got this.
Again.
We are not your enemy.
Oh, them parries are getting tighter. Ah, spoke too soon. Okay, alright, this time. For sure, putting her in the dirt.
Want to help?
Oh, that's not fair. You making clones? Guess you gotta find the real one. Or does it matter which one I focus on?
No need to fight.
Probably does matter. Let me try this one. Yeah, does matter. Alright, I'm getting the hang of this. Those indicators behind me are kind of showing when I'm going to get attacked. Kind of flashes red so I know when to dodge. Okay, alright. Ow.
You're still weak.
I might be weak, but I'm definitely killing you. I know you only got 2 more health bars, but I got the system down. I'll get you. What the hell? Oh, I gotta stop attacking. Alright. Alright, let's finish you off. Oh fuck. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, cutscene. Oh, I guess I was supposed to die. Oh, that's actually pretty sick.
Where's Antea? If you laid a finger on her...
You what? Come to her aid? There is no aid. There is only... retribution.
Give him back.
How touching. You come to claim your man. You think you love him. You do not. There, in the dark of your marrow, there is no love. Only betrayal. I offer you a trade. He stays and you leave with your life.
I'll bargain with no ghost.
You have a brain, yet you think with your idiot heart. You're weak.
She's levitating over the ocean. What was your plan? To jump out the window and grab her? What the hell was that?
Will you come to her aid now when all is lost? If you do, I'll be waiting.
I gotta say, the voice actor for the Nightmare, though, is incredible. I completely believe her as a character. I definitely want to see more of her, especially her backstory before she became a
The icy
ghost.
ocean made a diamond from his grief, then buried it in his heart. The weight of his failure dragged him down. Outside time, drowning in the gloom, he spoke her name.
I think that is a good place to leave this playthrough for today. So, just some thoughts. I really enjoy where this game is going. The story itself has really got me into it so far. My only big complaints is that the pacing of that opening section was very slow. I could see people getting turned off that, and I mean, I cut a lot of stuff out, but that took me just over 2.5 hours to complete that whole opening section there. And yeah, I was exploring and being a bit thorough, but still, I think even if I rushed it, it probably would have taken me an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to get through that, which is kind of crazy. I don't like the way it presented everything with those lore notes, even though at the end there, when you met Charles and the lady in white for the first time, it did show one of those like translucent kind of flashbacks. And I think that's how it should have presented most of the lore notes in Charles's house. That way it would make it easier to kind of dissect it instead of giving you a bunch of books to read. As for the movement itself is a bit janky, but it's not bad. It's serviceable. And then I would say the combat controls right now, the combat seems kind of basic, but I'm hoping that it opens up more. When I was looking on the Steam page, it did show off a pretty in-depth skill tree, which I'm guessing is going to open up now that I'm no longer in the tutorial. You're fully switched over to red now. Antea is dead. I'm guessing it's a mission of vengeance. Or maybe we do this Winchester style and ride into heaven and pull her out, or hell, or whatever. Anyway, a little bit of lore on the woman in white, if people don't know what it is. The way she was all harping on love and vengeance and betrayal and all that stuff is. The lore behind a woman in white is it's a woman who dies horrifically. It usually involves either she commits suicide, or she's betrayed, or some unrequited love, something like that. But it all revolves around being betrayed by a lover, right? That's why she's harping on that so much. This theme is used a lot in games. Path of Exile has an example with Mervale in chapter 1. Like I said before, Supernatural's first hunt was the woman in white. I kind of thought you would kill her, but it seems like she's going to be the big bad for the entirety of the game, and you're probably going to be hunting a bunch of her little minions and stuff as you try to find your way back to New Eden, which she is probably going to take over and turn into a dark, infested hellhole of ghouls and undead and horrors. I like the game. I'm going to try to beat this game in the next couple days just because there's some other stuff coming up next week, but this game is really interesting to me. I'm going to keep doing episodes on it. I'm going to keep playing it, recording my footage, and uploading Let's Plays as I do. Hopefully not going to be as long as this. I was looking how long the game is, about 30 hours. I did not expect this game to be as big as it is. I am surprised that Don't Nod put no marketing out for this game, no advertising out for this game, but for sure, I think this game is worth playing. If you like Vampire, if you like story-rich games, I would definitely check this game out. All right. Well, that's it for today. So, that was Banishers, Ghost of New Eden. Title's on the screen there. As always, with these red-handed reviews, There are no scores or buy and sell ratings or trash or pass or any sort of attempt to sway your opinions on the game in any way, shape, or form. These are just made to only speak my thoughts, and you will know if I like the game in the long run because you're going to be seeing me playing more of Banishers for sure. Thank you guys for dropping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm new to the content creation space, and as I continue to produce, I will certainly improve. I appreciate you giving me your time. Like and subscribe if you want to continue this journey with me. Leave a comment down at the bottom. Have yourselves a good morning, and if this is the only video you watch of me today, a good afternoon or good night.